Hi, it's GramMoose. Tonight we're going to read an old book. It is a Raggedy Ann and Andy book. This I inherited from my mother-in-law, and it's called Sunny Bunny Comes Home, Volume 1. So if you're a Raggedy Ann and Andy fan, thanks for joining us tonight. Ready? It was the third rainy day in a row, and Maricela was running out of things to do. I have a friend named Maricela, too. She wandered into her playroom, carrying the balloons her father had brought home for her. She placed a book on the window seat. Then she tucked the balloon strings under the book to keep them from floating up to the ceiling. What a dreary day, sighed Maricela, wondering what to do next. She had already looked at all of her picture books and put together all of her puzzles. She was sure that her dolls were as tired of playing tea party as she was. She sat on the playroom floor and gazed up at the colorful balloons. Suddenly, she remembered the attic. Maricela loved to look through the things her mother and father stored there. She ran up the stairs. "Oh my!" she exclaimed. Then she opened the attic door. "I don't know which box to open first." Right in front of her was a big brown trunk with metal latches. She lifted the lid. The trunk was full of clothes, lovely old-fashioned ones. Maricela couldn't believe that people had really worn clothes that looked like these. She tried on one of the dresses. Then she tried on a pair of high heels. Maricela admired herself in the mirror. She tried on hats and scarves and necklaces and bracelets. They all looked very funny to Maricela. Then she reached deeper into the trunk to see what else she could find. As Maricela poked around in the trunk, her hand touched something soft. She smiled when she saw what it was. It was a stuffed toy. "How did a cute bunny, little bunny, like you get locked up in here?" she exclaimed. "Poor thing. I wonder how long you've been here." At that moment, Maricela's mother called out, "It's time to go shopping, Maricela." Maricela quickly but carefully put away all the things she had taken out, all except the stuffed bunny. "You're coming with me," she said happily. "I know a much nicer place for you to live." As Maricela dashed downstairs, her mother said in surprise, "That's Sunny Bunny. He used to be mine when I was a little girl. I'm so glad you found him." "Sunny Bunny," repeated Maricela, smiling. "That's the perfect name for him. He's almost the color of sunshine." "I'll just put Sunny Bunny in the playroom now," Maricela said to her mother, "and then I'll be ready to go." Maricela sat Sunny Bunny on the shelf next to Raggedy Ann and her other dolls. She gave him a little kiss and said, "Meet your new friends, little bunny. I think you are going to like your new home." As soon as Maricela's footsteps faded away, Raggedy Ann turned to him and said, "Sunny Bunny, can it really be you? Do you remember me?" "Of course I do, Raggedy Ann," he answered. "I remember all the wonderful times you and Raggedy Andy and I had together." Soon the other dolls began to speak. "Who is this rabbit?" asked Percy the policeman doll. who liked to get his facts straight. "Are you going to live here forever?" asked the camel with the wrinkled knees. He was very kind, but he always worried about changes in the playroom. "Where did you come from?" asked Babette the French doll. Sunny Bunny felt confused. He had been all alone up in the attic for many years. He was not used to voices and questions. "This is my old friend Sunny Bunny," said Raggedy Ann. "A long time ago he and Raggedy Andy and I lived together in this house with Maricella's mother when she was a little girl. When she grew up," continued Sunny Bunny, "we all got packed away in the attic. But someone put me in a box of clothes by mistake. And when Maricella was born, I guess they couldn't find me." Sunny Bunny jumped to the floor and hopped over to Raggedy Ann. They looked at each other and then they hugged. The other dolls smiled at Sunny Bunny. He smiled back shyly. "You'll like living in the playroom with us," said Raggedy Andy. "Yes," agreed Raggedy Ann. "The dolls who live here are very special." When they heard Raggedy Ann say that, the dolls glowed with pride. They were all feeling a little shy around Sunny Bunny, but suddenly they wanted to show him how special they really were. They all wanted Sunny Bunny to like them. Raggedy Andy did 5 cartwheels across the playroom floor. Babette wound up the music box and did a graceful little dance. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. Timmy the toy soldier played on his drum. Then he marched across the room like a hero in a parade. Raggedy Dog threw a ball into the air. Then he caught it in his mouth before it could bounce. Sunny Bunny watched as the dolls performed. They certainly were special. Sunny Bunny tried to think of something that would make him special too, but he couldn't think of a thing. "How will I ever fit in here?" he wondered. He was so sad that his floppy ears drooped all the way down until they touched the floor. "Don't worry, Sunny Bunny," whispered Raggedy Ann. "They're just showing off for you." Raggedy Dog was trying to get Sunny Bunny's attention. He stood up on his hind legs and scooted past Sunny Bunny like a circus dog. Then he scrambled onto the window seat. He was about to jump down when he knocked over the book that had been holding down the balloons. "Oh no!" everyone cried as they watched the balloons float high above their heads toward the ceiling. "We must put the balloons back before Maricella gets home." "What will we do?" cried Babette in alarm. "I know," said Raggedy Andy. "Climb up on my shoulders," he said to Percy. "They'll reach up and try to get the strings." Percy stretched and stretched, but the strings were still too high to reach. Tim the toy soldier tried to climb on Percy's shoulder, but he didn't make it, and all 3 came tumbling to the floor. "I have an idea," said Tim as he pushed a chair across the floor. One by one, he piled a stack of books upon the chair, and then he climbed on top of them. He stretched his arm up as far as he could reach, but it was no use. His hand was nowhere near the strings. Sunny Bunny knew exactly what to do. He hopped onto the window seat. From there, he sprang to the roof of the dollhouse. One more hop, and he was perched on the highest shelf in the room. "Nice move," said Tim. He's got springs in his feet, exclaimed Raggedy Andy, his button eyes shining with excitement. The other dolls cheered. Good going, Sunny Bunny, cried Percy. You can do it. Sunny Bunny stared at the balloons. He was almost there. He could see the strings dangling just above him. One more hop, he said to himself. He crouched down on the shelf. His nose twitched and his legs quivered as he wriggled first one way and then the other. Now he was in position for his final takeoff. This is it, he said bravely. Then, giving a mighty push with his strong hind legs, he sailed off the bookshelf and toward the strings. The dolls below held their breath. He's got them, cried Raggedy Andy, as Sunny Bunny caught the strings in his teeth and floated down to the floor for a perfect landing. Hooray, they all cried. Could you teach me how to hop high like that? Asked Raggedy Andy. I could try, said Sunny Bunny. It wouldn't work, laughed Raggedy Ann. Hopping like this is one of the things that makes Sunny Bunny special. Sunny Bunny thought for a minute. Then his face lit up. Raggedy Ann is right, he said to himself. I guess I am special after all. I just know I'm going to like it here, he said out loud, as he happily hopped from friend to friend. The end. I hope you enjoyed tonight's book. Good night. GramMoose loves you.